What's up guys, we're back on Pokemon Showdown and this time we're gonna hit the UU tier and I'm gonna be using this Mega Beedrill team which I have, and as always all of your likes and the comments are much appreciated, so let's look for a battle. And I think I'm gonna pause until I find a battle. Actually never mind, I found this battle and this guy's using a Mega Beedrill team as well. So I think he's gonna lead off with his Hydreigon or his Blastoise, I guess. So he leads off with his Nidoqueen and I can just go into my Porygon 2 and take this thing on as he sets up his Stealth Rocks. I can just go for the Ice Beam and weaken this thing. Goes into his Umbreon as I can just go into my Heracross and go for the close combat, and nothing on his team can switch into a Choice Banded close combat. Everything will get to it KO'd, as he actually makes a really nice play, double switches into his Blastoise or possibly Mega Blastoise. I'm just gonna click close combat as he's regular Blastoise, I guess, with leftovers. I did not get burned, which is nice. And I can just go for the close combat once again as he goes into his Nidoqueen. This thing is actually really bulky, so I can just go for the close combat and wow, what am I saying? So I can just go for the close combat and get some damage on this Nidoqueen. I get a crit, which is pretty fantastic, as he goes for the Ice Beam to take me out. And I can just go into this thing, go for the Hyper Voice here to take him out, or he might try to go into his Umbreon, I guess. Yep, he does go into his Umbreon, and I can just go for the Volt Switch as I know he's gonna go for the Wish, so I will be able to go into my Mega Beedrill and go for the U-turn. He's probably gonna try to heal up his Nidoqueen, so that's why I know he's gonna go for the Wish. He does go for the Wish, and I can just go for the U-turn. And he will not be able to pass Wish to any of these weakened Pokemon. Goes into his Lucario, and I can just go into my Nidoqueen honestly and just go for the Earth Bar. As he goes into his Blastoise, sacks it, and most likely his own Nidoqueen. Actually no, he's probably gonna go into his Umbreon or his Hydreigon. Hydreigon would not be able to knock me out from this range of HP unless he's like Choice Specs. Goes into his Umbreon, and I'm just gonna stay in and go for the Sludge Wave because he might try to predict my Mega Beedrill switch in. I might go for the Foul Play as he goes for the Wish, and now we know he's gonna go for the Protect, so I can just go into my Mega Beedrill here as he goes into his Hydreigon. If he stays in, then he's definitely Choice Scarf, which I think he is. So I'm just gonna go for the Protect to Scout as he goes for the U-turn, which means that I can just go for my own U-turn. He sacks his Nidoqueen, which is a fine play, and here I can just go into my own Nidoqueen. I think Porygon will be able to win me this game late game. So he goes into his Umbreon, and this thing is gonna die to the Sludge Wave. Now he's most likely gonna go into his Hydreigon, and I do have a counter in my Porygon 2 for his Hydreigon. He goes into his Beedrill. I guess he has Drill Run, maybe not. I'm gonna scout for the drill run as I don't want my Nidoqueen getting weakened, as he goes for the protect for some reason. Alright, I'm just gonna go for the defog here, as he goes for the U-turn, and I will be able to take the Stealth Rocks out as he goes into his Hydreigon. Just gonna go into my Porygon 2, as Salamence is actually useful against his Mega Beedrill and even his Lucario, as I can get the Intimidate on those two Pokemon. And Porygon 2 easily evolves this thing, even if he has Superpower. He probably does not have Drill Run, because he would have gone for that against my Nidoqueen, because regular Beedrill definitely outspeeds Nidoqueen. So he goes for the Dark Pulse, and I'm just gonna go for the T-Wave. As goes into his Lucario, he's probably gonna go for the close combat. So I can just go into my Salamence. He goes for the Swords Dance, which is fine, as I think I'll be able to take 1+1 Bullet Punch or Extreme Speed, probably. So he gets paralyzed, which is really annoying for him, I guess. So I'm just gonna go for the Draco Meteor, as he takes me out with the Poison Jab, and I can just go into my Porygon 2 and go for the T-Wave. And like I said before, Porygon 2 was gonna win me this game, and there's nothing he can do unless he has like Brick Break on his Beedrill, which no one runs. I think I'm gonna pause until he makes his move. So he goes for the Poison Jab, gets the Poison, which is fine, as I can always go for the Recover until he gets paralyzed, I guess, because I'm recovering more than his Poison Jab is doing to me. So he just goes for the U-turn here, and he's gonna go into his Hydreigon. And what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna sack my Mega Beedrill so that I can get a free recover on my Porygon 2. And basically I win this game now, because there is nothing he can do about it. Yep, so I think I can just go into my Nidoqueen. As he gets paralyzed, and I'm just gonna play it safe and go for the Ice Beam, as if he tries to go into his Hydreigon, he will be taking a lot of damage. He actually has Drill Run, which is amazing, but like I said, he should have gone for the Drill Run on the first turn, as regular Beedrill I guess does outspeed Nidoqueen. I'm just gonna check it, as yep, it definitely outspeeds the Nidoqueen. So I can just go for the Ice Beam once again, as he goes into his Hydreigon for some reason. It's gonna take so much damage, and just gonna go for the Ice Beam once again, as he goes for the Dark Pulse, and I'm just gonna go into my Heliolisk, as I think I can take a Dark Pulse. Yep, I do, and I do not get flinched, which means that Heliolisk will be able to clean up his team. And that is pretty much it. So let's look for one more battle, and we found another battle, and this guy also has a Mega Beedrill team. What's up with these Mega Beedrills? He also has this thing, this Slurpuff, which is a big threat to my team, but I think he's gonna lead off with his Crocodile or his Empoleon, so I think I can just lead off with my Heracross. It turns out that my opponent left, and I got some free points, so I'm gonna look for one more battle. I found this battle, and this guy has a Mega Pidgeot team. He also has his Feraligatr, so I'm pretty sure he's gonna lead off with his Crocodile or his Pidgeot, so I think I can just lead off with my Mega Beedrill and Mega Evolve. And I think this Crocodile is gonna be pretty annoying to my team. So as I said, he leads up with his Crocodile, and I can just go for the U-turn here. This is most likely his stealth rocker, so I can just go for the U-turn as he's actually adamant, I think. Yep, he is adamant because my regular Beedrill was able to outspeed him. I expected him to go for the stealth rock, so that's why I just went for the U-turn. I didn't go for the protect. So he goes for his stealth rocks, and I think I can just click close combat, and something is gonna take a lot of damage on his team. He goes into his Arcanine. This is most likely Fat Arcanine, or actually, yeah, this is Fat Arcanine, but it still took so much damage. So I'm just gonna go into my Nidoqueen as he goes into his Chestnut, and I'm free to click Sludge Wave as nothing on his team wants to come in on this thing. He goes into his Arcanine once again. This thing is gonna die. Yep, his Arcanine goes down, which could have been annoying for my Mega Beedrill, and now he goes into his Mega Pidgeot. I do have a counter to this thing in my Porygon 2 as he goes for the Hurricane, and unfortunately he gets the confusion. Yeah, that's really annoying. I'm just gonna go for the T-Wave. Hopefully I do not get confused, and I don't. So I'm able to paralyze this thing, and I'm able to recover. I'm not getting confused, which is amazing. So I think now I'm gonna switch out because I don't want to play around confusion. I want my Porygon to be at decent health. So he goes for the Hurricane once again, and I can just click Volt Switch as he goes into his Crocodile, but I do have Hyper Voice, which will be able to take out this thing. I'm not sure why he didn't go into his Florges because Choice Specs Heliolisk isn't really that common. Life Orb is a much better item. So it goes into his Florges as I'll be able to go for the Volt Switch and just bring in my Nidoqueen here as he goes for the Aromatherapy. Once again I can just click Sludge Wave and do big damage to something on his team. Or actually I can just go for the Stealth Rocks here because I'll be able to weaken his Pidgeot. And he goes into his Chestnut, I guess sacking it. But this turn I can go for the Sludge Wave to take this thing out. And I'm looking pretty good here. He goes into this Feraligatr, and I don't want this thing to be Dragon Dance, so I'm just gonna stay in and go for the Sludge Wave as he goes for the Ice Punch to take me out, which is fine with me. As I can just go into my Heliolisk, go for the Volt Switch as he goes into his Florges, and Mega Beedrill will be able to clean up this game by going for the Swords Dance. The reason why I'm running SD on Mega Beedrill instead of running any kind of coverage move is that, like, those coverage moves don't really do too much for Mega Beedrill. Like, you can run Knockoff to hit, I guess, Chandelure and Crobat, and you can run Drill Run to hit Nidoqueen, but I don't really find them that useful, so that's why I decided to run Swords Dance, as if I predict something I can just go for the SD and then hit the thing much harder with +2 U-turn, and Beedrill does have adaptability, so it's incredibly strong. I can just go for the Poison Jab to take this thing out, and he goes into his Feraligatr. That's fine with me. If he has Aqua Jet, oh wow, I died. Alright, I can just go into, oh wait, I cannot go into Heliolisk because rocks are up. So I'm just gonna go into my Heracross as I know I can outspeed this thing. As he goes for the Aqua Jet, and I'll be able to take this thing out. And my Porygon 2 is at a good amount of health where it can live one Hurricane from this thing. Once again, just gonna go for the close combat as he takes me out. And I can just paralyze this thing. as luckily for me, I did not get confused. In worst case scenario, I can just go into my Salamence and defog away the rocks so that I can T-bolt his Pidgeot with my Heliolisk. And he confuses me. I'm not gonna play around with confusion, I'm just gonna go for the Ice Beam here. As he actually confuses me, I hit myself in confusion, and like I said, I'm not gonna play around with confusion, and I actually break through the confusion, which is nice, and the Ice Beam is gonna take him out. Porygon 2 is a really good Pokemon right now in the UU tier. It takes on a lot of popular Pokemon in the UU tier, so that is gonna be it for this Showdown live. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and I'm probably gonna go back to the OU tier in my next live, so look forward to that. And with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching and have a good day.